Welcome to No Such Thing as Normal podcast with Natalie Hayes and Jess McKeown.
This is a casual podcast where we talk about all of the things you're not supposed to talk about in order to help you normalize your real life, because really, we're all just a bunch of weirdos having a completely human experience in a society that asks us to pretend like we're not.
And I'm your host, Jess, a gifted channel for the spirit baby realm who facilitates deep soul healing by delivering divine messages and teaching you how to connect with your spirit baby.
And I'm your other host, Natalie, an intuitive mentor and transformative healer on pause and a new mom.
Be sure to subscribe where you listen to podcasts, watch our 100% unedited episodes on YouTube, and you can also follow us on Instagram at McJaguar and at IntuitivelyNatalie for more weirdo and woo-woo content.
And if you like this episode, please be sure to rate and review so that more people can unleash their weird with you. And if you listen and you love it, share it on your social media pages and tag it so more people can find us.
Yeah, help us
Because
out.
we ghosted you and we are sorry.
We thought it was going to just be a short break, and then life kind of got in the way, and it's been like a month.
Surprise.
We're back. We kind of forgot even how to podcast. So
I did forget. My computer forgot that I had Zoom on it. So it's been a while.
I had to update.
Yeah.
We really didn't mean to. It's just that we definitely had a spring break plan because I traveled to the Southwest. I drove up from Washington State all the way down to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and all the states in between. And then what else happened?
Mercury retrograde.
Then Mercury retrograde. Then I had visitors.
Yeah, you had visitors.
Then we had Mother's Day.
We did have Mother's Day.
And Natalie's wife had to play some golf.
She had a golf tournament on Mother's Day. Yeah.
So, we have our limited weekends where we can record. But yeah, we missed you.
We did miss you. Yeah, all my days are copy paste. So I've been doing the same thing every day.
I think about you. I'm like, oh, I wonder what she's doing today. She's probably with the baby, doing something with the baby.
10 times out of 10.
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
But little Miss baby girl is almost 6 months. Is that right?
Next week. Yeah.
Holy cow. What have you noticed from 0 to 6 months?
I mean, so they change so quickly.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about baby sleep inadvertently because it's like such a thing for babies.
That's all my texting between Natalie is why won't she sleep?
It's a lot of sleep. Come to find out, their like temperament plays a huge role in like their sleep patterns. So really getting to know her temperament. And she is an intense, highly sensitive baby. Which makes for trouble sleeping.
Yeah. Like if she was a chill baby, she'd probably sleep just fine.
Right. And she's not predictable. Some babies have like really predictable routines and schedules and not completely unpredictable.
Yeah. I mean, why would you want that?
What? Oh, to be able to like, I don't know.
Make so basic.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I like a challenge every day while I'm tired.
Correct. Actually, it's not so bad if I go to sleep with her, right? At like 7 p.m.
Sure.
And then I get maybe 5 to 7 hours in the 12 that we're in bed.
Yeah. You don't even have like your own regular sleep cycles. You're just like, cool, lights still out, but to bed I go so that you can at least get some chunk of sleep. Yeah. Are you tired at 7 o'clock at night?
I am. It is exhausting being on all the time.
Yeah.
All day, all the time.
And even when they're napping, you're still doing other stuff and you're probably still thinking about them and listening for when they're going to wake up.
No, because she only contact naps.
Oh, yeah.
I just this last week started putting her down for the best nap that they get, which is the first nap in the morning. And we're like slowly built, but she only, she stays asleep solo for like 20 minutes. So it's cool. It's fine. We're working on it. Not forever.
Not forever. Well, I don't have anything as cute to update, but I did have some good travels and that was really nice. I really needed to get out of my routine. Mine was a little copy paste too. So being on the road was really fun. And what was most fun was that we just did whatever we wanted. We want to go here. We want to stop there. We stopped at cute little roadsides. We did little side detours to go look at alien stuff, and vortexes and
Yeah.
whatnot. So it was good. I miss that sense of adventure in my life, and I definitely need more of it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, you have a big trip planned for later this year, so you'll get plenty of adventure.
I do, and we will have another break for that.
We will. We will be having another break. Maybe we'll just end the season at the end of the summer.
That's true. Or I could come live to you from Australia with like the king. I'd be like holding a kangaroo and a koala.
I can ask you how the future is. Are they
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah, I have a fortune cookie that I framed that says, "Don't worry about tomorrow," or "Don't worry about the future. It's already tomorrow in Australia."
That's
See,
perfect.
I love that.
I love that. Well, we
Um,
do have a guest coming on today.
woo!
She's going to be here in just a couple of minutes, but we wanted to
Yeah.
update you and we'll let her introduce herself because she's got some really cool stuff going on that she does.
Yes. And we're excited to have more guests on and to talk with them. And Natalie and I like to pick guests that we know
Hmm.
personally, or we've had a session with, or, like
Yeah,
not just somebody rando.
randos that I need to vet people if I'm going to introduce them to an audience.
I love it. I'm trying to think of people that could come on. And I have some good clients that I've talked to that would be some fun guests because of the cool things that they do. But I also just read something that said that the word normal is like part of like the patriarchy and white supremacy. And so I just love that our podcast is called There's No Such Thing as Normal because we're trying to break that down. So look at us like ahead of the curve.
Yeah, look out for merch coming sometime soon.
Oh yeah, we've talked about doing merch. What happened to that? You guys, we're sorry.
Apologies. Like I said, my days are copy pasted and contact Nap City, so
Yeah. I like that contact Nap City.
it is contact Nap City. Okay, well, we will let Walla in and we'll get this episode going for you. Okay, so today we have with us a color therapist in transition, and I am not going to explain what that means. I am going to let her explain what that means. So, welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
So, tell everybody about you, what you do, what you're transitioning into.
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Walaa. Where do we start? So I am from Kuwait. I currently live in Barcelona, but for the last 10 years, I've been working as a color therapist.
Mhm.
But really, throughout this work that is focused on color therapy and how color can affect your emotions, how color is the language of your subconscious,
Mhm.
I've realized that my work has developed and moved to like a 5 modality system that starts with color, that has the base of color, because it's kind of the language I understand when it comes to my intuition and when it comes to understanding other people.
Mhm.
And it just moves into different things of physical movement, cognitive change,
Mhm.
and emotional work, all of that. I do it through color. And I believe that I will always do it through color, but I will always use like different other things. So I'm in transition because I feel that just the whole color therapist has like an expectation. People expect you to talk about color, and then when you talk about trauma, they're like, "Oh, stick in your lane,
Uh,
stand in your lane."
Pigeonholes you a little bit.
Yeah, no, but like I've had some people go like, "Girl, just you're talking about this like toxic parents and all of this. That's not your lane." And I'm like, "No, it is."
It is, it's all related.
It's all my stuff. So throughout the 10 years I've been working, I've realized boxing myself into a title kept me safe.
Hmm.
mm,
But I'm ready to kind of open up and talk about what I do. And really the work and the transformation I'm able to do with my clients so I can help more people and I can expand my work to more people that really need it.
Hmm.
I love that. I think it's important on your healer journey to like reassess that, right? And to realize like, you started one way and you've ended up another way. And then that's a good thing. Mine was yoga. I was a yoga teacher.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what brought me into all right. And then I was like, then from there I did energy work, and then from there I started doing channeling and mediumship, and then I started doing spirit babies, and now I'm doing in utero babies and earth babies, and now
Oh my
people want
God,
help with their
spirit babies, we need to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But it's like, and like people come to you as a healer because they like how you deliver spirit's message, right? So
Mhm.
of course, as you're expanding and people want to talk to you about all kinds of things, and I try to keep it in the container, but as I'm listening to you, I kind of love this idea of like blowing open the crayon box and just being like, what's next?
This is why it's like I feel like the name you were asked, and I was like, a healing guide is the one that's like working. It's like I'm guiding you through your healing journey. That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yes.
I'm not healing you. As a healer, I hold
Right.
space
Right.
and I guide you and I hold your hand when things get cringy, and I'm like, it's okay, you're not alone, and just like let's move. Yeah, and it's just incredible. And then there's this other part of letting go of titles or letting go of the thing that keeps you safe. Because color therapy kept me safe, had no religious connotations, it had no cultural things, it was just color. And
Yeah.
it's fun and it's nice. So everybody is able to do it. Especially, I come from the Middle East. So a lot of countries in the Middle East consider energy work as magic. And magic is bad, and you go to jail, and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And and it's really hard, and it contradicts with a lot of people's beliefs. But then when you say color, it's much easier for people to feel into color, feel the energy of color. It's easier for them to experience it. So it kept me safe from saying all the things that I really wanted to say, from challenging the cultural norms, from challenging beliefs, that I feel like I need to let go of this and actually do the real work now.
What prompted that switch? Do you feel safer now? Is it
Yeah.
just a kind of a culmination? Like, because I have like chills as you're talking about that.
So one, I live in Barcelona now. So in a sense, I'm in a safer place to practice what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other bit is I've done a lot specifically the last 3 years, I've done a lot of deep healing and deep opening on myself, that I just want to be more authentic. And I think the more you work on yourself, the more you're able to stand in who you are,
Mhm.
and the more you can give, and the less afraid you become.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're really moving into more of like your power.
Yeah, and aligning with really what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
you're
love
so
that.
intuitive. Like I remember I met you because I had a session with you, I think like 2017, 2018, I'm not sure. And I was like, "Oh, cool. I don't really know what this is about, color therapist." And then you like used my birthday and you like told me all of these things just based off my birthday and like the colors that are associated with those dates. You were like, "You're a double indigo.
Oh.
It's really intense for you. You're very spiritual." Like all of this stuff. And then you're like, "You're wearing an orange shirt. Are you going through like a friend breakup?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." Like like the subconscious reasons that we choose color really bleed through like our daily lives. We just don't know it. Like we're just not aware of it.
Mm.
This is the crazy bit, but I'll just make a comment about like the whole intuition. So, using your intuition back home in the Middle East is like, are you like talking to some bad evil spirits?
You're a
Mm.
witch.
Okay, so doing that through someone's birthday and colors kind of also eased into it. Like I was not able to say, I'm not only looking at your color chart,
Mhm.
I'm also tapping into your energy and I'm reading what's going on with you. I couldn't say that
Yeah.
when it is something that is very vital and important in my work as, a mentor and an intuitive guide and a healing guide.
Yeah.
So it was hard. But color is so powerful. Today I was doing a session and I was telling people color is light, but it's kind of like the language of light, in my opinion. It kind of translates different wavelengths of light for me.
Hmm.
This is why I'm able to see it. And it's like, oh, do you see it? I'm like, it's an experience.
But
That
like
is so
it's
cool.
visible, so it's tangible, so people it's like more approachable or more palatable for people to like enter their trauma through the avenue of colors. Like how
Yes.
cool that in the environment that you started this journey, you were able to find that like palatable avenue to access your gifts and to use your gifts.
Yeah, and I feel really blessed. That's why I tell you color is always going to be part of my work because it's kind of the language I learned.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to open it up to make it a bigger conversation. I feel like we're in a place and a time in the world where a lot needs to be said, but
Yeah.
we're unable to say.
Yeah, we've been not saying stuff for too long.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse if we don't do anything.
I agree.
I'm kind of curious, like when you talked about you had a session today, like how do you help people in a session? How do you help them heal and kind of like use color in that way? Because I haven't had a session yet.
You have
Okay, so I mainly do it two ways.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have my one-on-one mentoring sessions, which are containers for a long time, a period of time where me and my clients go through and I take them through different things. So we talk, we look at the traumas, we look how you're acting in your life and how is that affecting you. The main thing I feel or I believe that I teach my clients is the power of reflection and reflection through the cringe. Because I feel a lot of the times, yeah, because you know when you're like, oh shit, I did this.
Yeah. Oh. Blinders.
It's like, it's okay. I'm not going to look at it, but looking at it helps you become more of a balanced person, helps you get better in the world, and helps you improve yourself and correct your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So I teach them to reflect. We do energy work, we talk, we do lifestyle changes. It's like a full rounded container. We do everything together. And then there are these group sessions that I haven't done in a long time until today. And then I was like, oh my God, I got so much better. I need to do this more. See, without her, I forgot. So it's just I go through. I was telling them today, I'm not here to tell you what color is or whatever. I'm here to give you an experience, and I'm also here to see what you need and do it for you and give you space to process it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do it through sound, color visualizations, and sometimes color in the room.
Oh.
And then I get people to move, I get people to walk. Like today, I was like 2 steps back, 2 steps forward. I don't know, but that's
Just
what came to me. And then you can see their energies kind of like needing to kind of like do this little step of release. And most of the people today had challenges taking action steps, which is what we found when we were asking after the 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward. I was asking, I usually ask them, so where are the tensions in your body?
Mm-hmm.
What color are they? And these give us a signal. It gives us a strong signal of what it is. And usually you'd have half the room a certain color and the other half the same color or similar.
Wow.
Or people would be gathered around and they're close to each other and they'll have similar colors. Or similar color choices and stuff like that, especially if they're strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then that's when we work. That's when I'm like, they tell me, and then I open the space with the sound. I give them some exercises. It just depends on what comes in the moment.
Yeah.
Because I don't plan it.
Yeah.
I just know what I need to do. I need to hold space. So I go in, I clean the energy in the room, I open it up, and then I see what do people need. And then that's where the fun begins.
Fun for some, cringy for others.
Well, it's fun for me because I see them like, the hands moving, bodies going, and it's like an exorcism situation.
That's like really shamanic. You're offering these like immersive healing experiences.
I believe so. I don't want to call them shamanic because I feel as if like there's so much connotations on it. Again, that's why the label and the name is just so hard for me to find right now, because a lot of people, I'm not saying they're not shamans or they're not using shamanic techniques. It's just the way my techniques have developed or have come, they come channeled through me. I'm sure a lot of people do similar things, but I don't know. Don't want to give them that type of title.
Yeah, you don't resonate particularly with like calling yourself a shaman.
No, because I feel like my energy and my healing techniques don't come from that side of the world.
Yeah.
They come, it comes from fire energy.
Oh, explain that. What is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel, okay, this is just my feeling. Nobody has told me this, but I feel that, for example, when we go to Latin America, the
Mhm.
energy there is earth. So I don't know if you've ever done plant-based or ayahuasca or have had someone who's done it. Ayahuasca, the energy of it is very earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the mother, they call her the
Yeah.
mother, etc. Yeah. And this is a different type, and that's what it feels like. It comes from here. It's red for me.
Yeah.
That type of vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is more like, let's burn it out, and also let's light it up with passion, and let's use these elements of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Elements of fire, I feel, is very, very awake in my work.
Mm.
I always feel like as I'm working, like a combination of the Kali and the Kali destroyer, and then the softer type of Kali.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like Phoenix rising energy too, right?
Mm.
The willingness to burn it all down so that you can achieve the next level of greatness. Like that's hard to do. And it is nice to have somebody there
A
tending to
guide.
when you're doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is interesting you say Phoenix, because the Phoenix at the moment is in the Middle East, one of the biggest ones we know. And that's where I come from, and that's where my DNA and my genetics come from. So it is a fire energy, in my opinion.
I just see it dancing behind you. So
Yeah, it's always there. See the other one, the very tall one, the giant?
yeah, that is so cool. I tried to wear the cleanest thing for you. I know Natalie was going to wear something cute, but I love the color pink. Obsessed with it.
I
Obsessed
love
with it. I love all my flowers are pink. I have
Mhm.
pink everywhere. Why do I love pink so much?
It's interesting because your background is also green, isn't it? Is that green?
Yes, that's my other favorite color.
Okay. And then which pink are we talking? We're talking like rose quartz?
Yes, soft. I mean, I also love a hot magenta pink. I mean, I love
Yeah.
them
Love it.
all.
Here for
I
it.
just bought a strawberry quartz. I didn't know those existed, but it's a
You
pink
leave it me neither.
quartz.
I need to
They're
write.
so pretty.
They're so pretty. It's like a strawberry encapsulated, but
Mhm.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And it makes me so happy. It makes me feel so vibrant. I don't know, but I've never really thought beyond that.
Okay. First thing I want to say, our favorite colors and the colors we're drawn to,
Yeah.
especially the ones that make us happy, are a signal up for the where we need to go, where what we need. Yeah, but
Ah,
also
okay.
and what we need during this time. These
Okay.
usually change from time to time.
Okay.
Okay, and it's because based on where you are in your life.
Mhm.
Ah,
Okay, but if they're pretty static, which yours, as you're talking about, feel as if they've been there for a long time,
yeah.
it feels as if like kind of also this is where when you're working, when you're doing life, when you're living, this is kind of the energy you need to be aligned with.
Mhm.
Therefore, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of letting go,
Yeah.
a lot of less judgment towards yourself, so a lot of compassion with
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Because I'm hearing that, you tend to say things come out and then you're like, oh shit.
She's an Aries.
Okay.
Literally, they're just like Aries. Be quiet.
She's an Aries.
Shush.
But don't. I'm a Libra, so I'm like, you're complimentary.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love my Libras.
So this is kind of like what these in general, this is kind of the idea of it. But it prompts me to ask, what is
Yeah.
your birthday?
March 23rd, 1979.
You're a blue. And you're yellow. You're a blue yellow. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute.
Okay. And I'll just say quickly, that's what I've been doing. My whole journey has been a journey of self-love and
Mhm.
self-acceptance. And and maybe I'm
I'm
ready.
just about to like say that now.
And I went through this kind of depressive period during the pandemic a little bit where I wasn't wearing anything pretty or anything fun. And I've just now decided to come out of that, but I don't know what to wear and I don't know how to dress myself and I don't know how to like I guess I'm just being drawn to lots of different things right now, which is odd for me. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
that's a weird thing to pick out, but it's more like animal prints and earth tones and then
Animal prints?
flowers. I love animal prints.
Which one?
Cats,
Okay.
like jaguars.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're fun. Okay. So when you're talking, okay, so the day you're born, I
Yeah.
stopped doing color readings at the moment, like they're kaput
Yeah.
as a service, but we're just gonna dive into it anyway now. So when you're the day you're born is the color that represents the essence of your soul and who you are at your essence. And then the color of your month represents the challenge you came here to learn through.
Oh,
Okay, so when we're looking at blue and yellow,
yeah.
we're looking at a blue person. The day you're born was blue, and it's a person that is, expressive, needs to always express themselves. But
Yeah.
at the same time, blues tend to have this thing of like, I'll just tell you what you want to hear so you would leave me alone. Not because I want to please you, because I want to be left to do my own thing.
Yeah.
There's a difference. You're not so much of a people pleaser, but you're more of like, leave me the fuck alone. I'll say anything for you to leave me. And then blue is also about authenticity. And if we're talking about it, we're also talking about the throat chakra
Yeah.
body. We're talking about your expression. How do you express yourself? So it's interesting that you're in a place right now where you're like, okay, who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I from like a dressing way? But when we're looking at dressing, we are telling people this is who I am. This is what I want you to
Absolutely.
think about me.
I mean, I have a vision for her, and it's just full on goddess all the time.
Good. But it's just you gotta show which is your next challenge because
Yeah.
you're yellow. Your challenge is yellow. So yellow is when it's in the challenge place, what happens with it is that you're constantly self-doubting.
Mm.
You're in deep fear, and these come from your childhood. These are the deep fears that are rooted in your childhood. They're old.
Yeah.
But it's just all about learning. You're here as an authentic being in a world that is not authentic, that doesn't allow you to be authentic. So you chose like a really interesting place to be challenged with this,
Yes.
and to allow yourself to shine and be seen and have courage to be fully who you are.
Yeah. And it's
Part
been
of you,
terrifying.
yeah. But then you're like, I'm a cat. I'm getting attracted to leopard print and all that. So your subconscious is going like, meow, let's go,
Let's go.
let's do it. Like, cause a cat, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say cats, but I'm gonna talk about like tigers, leopards,
Big cats.
Yeah.
big cats. They make people afraid. They are not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
They stand in all their glory
Yeah.
and chill and relax, hunt and relax.
Yeah.
That's all they do. And it's just, there's a power in it. So you are being guided and you are being told, like, go out and just express yourself fully. Who cares?
Scare
I
people.
love it. I love it.
Scare people. Go be there. Scary. No,
Do
but
it.
it's interesting because it could be that you're afraid that people will be afraid of you if you show yourself fully.
100%. Yeah. I'm afraid that when I actually unleash that throat chakra, it's going to be a lion's roar. And I've always been like, meow, very quiet. And, for protection, for exactly my childhood reasons, all that. But now I'm getting to this place and I want to find that place where I can express myself, but it doesn't scare people. It doesn't turn them off, And so I've been like moving that energy in other ways so that I can.
Authenticity and who you are and your throat chakra
Yeah.
doesn't scare people away. It only scares people who really need to do the work away.
It's probably a good thing to scare them away. Is what I'm
Yes, scare
hearing.
them.
I've learned that when people are triggered by me,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's my job.
Mm-hmm.
That's the soul contract or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the point of
And so
friction.
when you're a healer, you have to you have to accept the duality and you have to accept the shadow, and you have to hold your shadow's hand and move and be like, okay, we're walking together. Let's see which one anybody responds to today.
Yeah.
Are they gonna get
Ooh.
angry with me today? Okay, it's you, not me. But really, the thing about this also is my favorite quote, like one of my favorite quotes from Susan David, Dr. Susan David, is courage is fear walking. So we just have to have courage
And scare people.
and scare people.
Yes.
Some people need to be scared. It's okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
So would you say that the colors that you're not drawn to, maybe the colors that you're like turned off by,
Mm.
what would you say about those? That those are just
These
like
are the
not,
ones you need the most.
those are the ones you need the most? Oh, I hate brown.
Brown is about nourishing yourself from the earth, but also can feel stuck. Because
Yeah.
you're indigo, okay, you
Yeah.
don't want to be rooted down, but you have a baby, so you are rooted down. So you need to make peace with the beautiful things about being rooted down and putting
Mm.
roots and not being able to move as fast.
Mm.
Yes.
Because you're moving, but you're not going to move as fast, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love that all this is coming from one thing about color.
So it's
Yeah.
like she does so much more. Like you do so much more than color. It's like color is just the avenue in which you get to like, it's like your connection point with people, and then there's this channel that opens.
I just see like you know, like those old timey scenes, and like your door is like painted this color that draws people in. Because spirit's like, we have to like my I draw people in through spirit babies. I'm like, come, let's talk
Yeah.
about your baby. And then we talk about their whole life. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's just like spirit has this very funny way of like drawing people into the lessons and the information and the pathway. And I think it's cool. And I think sometimes it is surprising, probably like you said, when people want, you know, you want to talk about their trauma or other things come up. Because it is, we're healing. It's just like different facets of it, you know, a different angle to come in. And Natalie's work with the subconscious, right? Same kind of thing, right? It's
Yeah, I
so
don't know,
cool.
like a point of contact. What pisses you off? Let's talk about that. That's my point of contact.
Really?
Pisses
That's
you
good.
off.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, what triggers you?
My point of contact, what's your mother like?
Oh, that's a
And then
great
everybody
one.
hates my guts. Like, I'd be like, okay, bye.
I love that question. That's like my
Why?
favorite. That's what I want to talk about at parties. I don't want to talk about the weather. I want to talk about why you're not talking to your mother.
Tell me about your mom.
Tell me about your mom. Tell me about your dad. Let's see. Which ones was like, the worst one? The one you put on a pedestal. So mostly it's moms.
Mm.
Is. What would
Yeah.
you say is like the most common thing or like the most common color that people come to you with?
Ooh.
I don't remember, but there's always orange.
Ooh.
Because look, I feel like one of my biggest specialities is emotionally immature parents.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is like one of the things that a lot of people don't realize their trauma comes from.
Yes.
And not only trauma, also how they are in the world and
Yeah.
how they are emotionally immature and they have to cringe and say, yes, I need to work on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When I found out and I figured out and I was like, okay, girl, you need to buckle down and these signs also not only like your mom, they're also like you. And because she's like that, you also turned out like that because nobody taught you how to emotionally regulate, how to have boundaries because your boundaries were crossed. You had to be an extension of your mother. You couldn't be your own individual, all of that.
Yeah.
And looking at the actions. And this is what orange is all about. Because when your boundaries are constantly crossed by a parent, the whole enmeshment situation with emotionally immature parents, the whole controlling, no boundary, all of these. You have anger, your body's angry, but it cannot express it because anger is like, go away. No, this is my boundary. But when it's your parent and your caregiver from the beginning and they don't know how to do that and they're like, oh, we're best friends.
There's no boundary.
There's no boundary. Your anger stays in your body. You can't express it. So this is the orange entry point, always.
Mm. So how do you use orange to access your anger?
Okay, there's like a lot of pelvic movement.
Mm.
that you do, and a lot of orange breathing. And the fire breathing also helps with the orange, and visualizing an orange ball there and allowing it, like a washing machine almost, allowing it to just go and whoosh and release through whatever. If you're dancing, let it release through the dance. If you're breathing, let it release with the exhale, and slowly it comes up. But the thing with these things, I always tell people, these things are so hard and they're buried so deep within us that a lot of the times doing it alone gets us to a certain point and we can't move past them, because at some point we're going to need someone to hold our hand, be like, okay, you can pass this, I'm here with you, it's okay. And also, no, I'm calling you out on your bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out on the things that you need to do. You're telling me this is your coping mechanism. This is not the truth.
Yeah.
So all of
Yeah. I've had a lot of conversations with my best friend about I was becoming a mom, becoming a parent. She's like, I feel like I need to get to this place of healing before I can become a parent, because I don't want to pass that on to my kid. And like the way that I'm seeing her energy is like, no, I think your kid is going to get you to that next level. Like I think you've hit the ceiling, and like your kid is going to help you heal even deeper.
I believe that's true. I also have had these thoughts of like, oh, I won't have before I won't have a kid before I deal with all of this ancestral trauma. I'm gonna go to Africa to get this stuff, get it out, so my baby doesn't have to deal with this. But I know that when the spirit baby comes, it's their right time, and they're deciding, okay, I'm coming now because you right now is what I need for my spiritual evolution.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
Jess.
really hard.
Yeah, Jess, what does your spirit baby say about that?
Yeah. So what they always say is they just need momentum, right? So if you are already on the healing pathway, if you're aware of your lineage traumas and your familial traumas and you're actively working on them, they don't, I mean, it may not ever be finished in your entire lifetime. So, you can't like wait forever, ever. But as long as you're aware of them and are moving through them, and then absolutely, a lot of times spirit babies will be like, cool. So I know you couldn't stand up to your parents before, but now that I'm here, you're going to stand up and not allow that shit.
It's
right?
so much easier.
And so it's just like, because you have this, like, this kid to protect. And you get to vocalize all the things that you never got to when you were not being protected as a kid. So it can be intense. And that's why I say, like, sometimes people get pregnant like really fast, but then the hard or challenging parts of their journey come there, right? And other people, it's a challenge to get pregnant, but once they're pregnant, they've moved through so much shit that, parenting is different. So, we put things on we call it a motherhood pathway. We put things on our pathways to overcome because we know we want to heal that shit. We're done. We're like, and I feel the same way. I'm like, I'm at a place where it's like, okay, I've done so much. I have to take a little breather and a break and just be like, okay, this is the container we got.
Let your little catalyst come through. Yeah,
exactly. And that's terrifying sometimes too, because it's like, oh my God, like I really am going to have to stand up for them, and I really am not going to have to allow that anymore. So I want to get some practice under my belt.
It's so easy, Jess.
So easy. Well, I'll tell you something. When my stepdaughter came into my life, I actually was really, two things happened. One thing was like, I need to get better. I need to be better for her. And I had extra motivation to heal and do deep work. And the other part was that, oh, I'm good. I'm not so bad. I'm not as bad as I thought I was.
That's so reassuring.
I was like,
do this.
I can do this. I've had moments where I'm like, oh my God, what the hell am I doing here? But then a lot of the times I'll get like these little nudges and these little confirmations, like, okay, I'm not that bad. Because I always thought that I was going to explode. Like snappy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've found patients that they call me now the saint. I have patience. My husband says you have patience of the saint, and I'm like, who are you talking about?
You didn't know you were so regulated. Yeah.
But that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear, because it does kind of give me that motivation of like, I do have that same image, but it's like, you never know until it's actually tested, right? Until you're actually in the situation, what you'll do.
You'll be surprised.
And I think also I'm like I'm lucky because I've been given like a little test because
Yeah.
when I look at her, I don't see my face in her, you know?
Mm.
I do see my snartiness. I do see my little when I was a little kid, I was like, no, it's not like that. No, it's this,
Mhm.
this. And I see it and I'm like and I get so angry and I'm like, it's because it's you. You were like that.
Yeah.
Or when
Yeah.
she mirrors you, when she talks like me, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, I sound like this. That's not good. That's not good.
We love that they're mirrors. We love that.
Oh, they are. They are.
Yeah,
It's so pretty. Um,
it's very challenging also.
yeah, I bet. I bet. Um, I'm curious. We talked a little bit about like favorite colors. Like, do you have
Mhm.
a favorite color or a favorite way to
Oh,
like
yeah.
use colors?
Um, Usually my two favorite colors together is always like magenta and yellow. Like that combination is
Ooh.
always like it's always something that I feel that I feel very connected to because my stepdaughter goes, "How did you become like that? That your favorite colors are yellow and magenta. Who made you that way?"
I love her little like
Mhm.
face.
Yeah, because she does faces. She's really expressive. And and I'm like, no, but I really love them. Like, you're not
Yeah.
gonna shake me.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are no, but really, those are my two colors. But from time to time, like today, I'm feeling very like blue, green, teal.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's always like yellow. And funny enough, yellow is my color, and magenta is my destiny color,
Ooh.
Ooh.
and I love them.
What do those mean for you?
It means that I need to accept that that I have to let myself stand in my power and lead and let myself lead in the way that I feel I should lead and
Mhm.
be okay with that and be comfortable with that and stop being a chicken.
I'd love to hear you say it. Wasn't your
Yeah.
wedding dress magenta? Did I make
Sorry?
this up? Was your wedding dress magenta?
Yeah, I had magenta.
That's what I
Oh,
thought. It was beautiful.
that's
Thank you.
incredible.
Yeah, I did like a whole ombre thing.
Yeah.
I kind of cheated because like I kind of got it from Gwen. Not what's her name? Gwen Stefani.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
The dress in like 2000. I wanted something similar.
Oh my God, it's so cool.
Yeah, but me
But
and her are born the same day, so
Who is?
okay.
You guys? Oh,
me
that's
and Gwen
Stefani.
Stefani. So I'm like,
Good for
Oh,
you.
you're like call her up. Okay, you've kind of touched on something though, which is like a lot of healers are kind of struggling to be seen and to come out and to be safe. Like, I am not kidding you. I literally got called a witch 5 days ago
oh
by
yeah.
somebody in my family.
Did
So
you?
yeah, yeah. Which I
What
take
did
as a
you say? Did you go like, yes, I am?
I
Thank
just
you
kind of
for recognizing.
smiled, like they're like, "Oh, you're a witch," and I was like,
Yeah.
that's my answer. But
Yes.
I think it's like, how do we? Is there a way that we can use color to kind of help us, feel more protected and feel, safer to kind of step into our power? Because I think we need a lot of the healers to come out, including myself.
Okay. So the way color can help you is actually help you identify what are your fears. Because
Mm,
every single person has specific fears that make them feel afraid of standing up and showing themselves.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
for me, for example, my self-sabotage says if I am seen, I'm gonna get hunted and killed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
it's that's my response in my body, and I
Yeah,
have figured that out. And I've been working slowly on changing it and allowing myself to. It's safe for me to be seen. It's safe for me to receive
yeah,
And
recognition, love,
and putting
yeah.
and
yourself in like a safer place
yeah, because
for
I
that
think
work.
I think this is the biggest thing. Today I had this thought that I feel because I'm reading the body, your body keeps the score, or the body keeps the score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And while I was reading it, I kind of had this strange thought. I'm like, I think healers reincarnate into traumatic experiences, so it would activate their their stuff in their brain so they can reach it very quickly. But if that's the case, that's
Mm-hmm.
my theory alone. And if that's the case, then That means also a lot of healers are very sensitive and carry a lot of trauma that they are not sure about. And that's what led them to become healers, really,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because they can feel the need
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting complex. So most of us are afraid, and a lot of us are women,
Mhm.
because all these healer men don't have these issues.
Well, we chose to experience the oppression so that we can rise above it. I love to tell people that they chose their parents. That if you want to piss somebody off at a restaurant, tell them that they chose their parents.
I know, like sometimes I'm like, Soul, what did you do? What?
What
Don't get
did you
The mystics are not comforting right now. So,
Ah.
so it's like, yeah, so I think that's the way. For this, there's no specific color recipe.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I know.
Right.
I know. Well, I'm
You
like,
have to identify
yeah.
what is it. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious. What happened inside of you when someone called you a witch?
Well, so this time it was this this time it was this feeling of a little bit of recognition, like, yeah, they do see that I'm powerful and have powerful ways, but they're also still scared of me. And so it was like this kind of halfway feeling of like, I'm glad that they recognize that, but like I felt a sadness that it was like a derogatory, not a like a, oh, you're a witch, cool, like, oh, you're a witch,
Scare
bad.
people, Jess.
Yeah. So
They're muggles.
yeah,
Scare the
they
muggles.
100% are. They are muggles.
But it's really interesting, the theme of I come off as scary
Yeah.
keeps coming up as we speak, and I think this is where you can start. Why do you think you're scary, and why does it matter if somebody thinks you're scary?
Oh, yeah, I do love that.
Because really,
Oh, and I know what it is.
now,
Because
yeah, tell me.
my fear, like you said, your fear around, being seen, my fear is reputation. Like that's what my
And you
fear is.
didn't live in the Middle East.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. I probably, but it's like that. It's like
Yeah.
people will talk about me, they'll say, and because I mean, I was definitely killed because of my reputation, right? Because of what people, the rumor mill and those kinds of things. And I'm just like, especially like social media, I'm terrified to get bigger and do some of these other practices that I do, like light language and stuff like that, because I'm like, how will it be seen? And like, will I be attacked for that? And will I be called false or fake or whatever? And like, I have to get to this place of like not needing to defend it anymore, and like just knowing it, but I'm getting there. That's what I'm feeling. Like I'm getting closer and closer to that.
I wonder if motherhood is going to bring you that, because I feel like I used to have those fears and then I
Yeah.
pooped out a baby. I don't have those fears anymore. And I honestly think it's because it's so much easier to set boundaries for her.
Yeah.
And I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody thinks of them.
Yes, that's a big part. But also there is this other part of the internet space is
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
internet.
The other day I was listening to Jordan Peterson, and he was talking about that, like how the whole when somebody is anonymous, they are able to do so many things. They get all their stuff out. And this is the hate that we see in social media, is because a lot of these people are anonymous, so they can just go and blab it out and do it. So this is one aspect, and I think recognizing that helps.
Yeah.
But the other part is people are going to hate you and people are going to love you. You can't, but like as you're going to get hate, you're also going to get love, sometimes even tenfolds.
Ooh.
So trust in the tenfolds of
I will. My heart was like, we're gonna get hate.
yeah, of course you're gonna
It's
get
so
hate.
avoidant for hate. It's like,
Yes,
yeah.
but you know what made me feel better about hate?
Please
Is
tell
that,
me.
okay. When someone hates on me, when I trigger you so much
Yeah.
that you hate me,
Yeah.
that means I moved something in you, so I fulfilled my job. So it's not really hate. It's I'm making you lash out, and because it's easier to project it on me so you can see it play out, because that's easier for human beings, you're choosing to do that on me.
Yeah.
And that's separate from me.
Yeah.
That was
It
just your soul
doesn't-
contract.
And it's not only the soul contract, it's just like also when you're, when you come here as a healer,
Yeah.
that's the point. If we're going to talk about Jesus, the amount of haters Jesus had,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Love him.
I mean,
Love him. He's great.
He's one of my guides, Walaa, so that's why I'm laughing.
He's really funny.
I've always felt that Jesus is one of the true healers of our time.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
of the world, and I've always felt that his energy is really soft, really lovely, and he's been hated
Yeah.
because softness is hated.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness is hated.
Yeah.
Understanding is hated. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Oh.
it's just, you just need to make peace with the hate. Walk with it as like it's not you, it's them, and that's what the part. Maybe I always tell myself, maybe I just gave them something to work on.
I love that. I love that shift of perspective, because that helps, because I know I don't have a problem going into shadows and darkness when I'm in session, right? I'm protected. I love to go there, but in my own walking life, yeah, it's like you were saying, it's like I got to walk with that shadow a little bit more and bring them forward into that space of, like you said, understanding that I am this projector space for people to work on and do their thing. And I think, yeah,
it's not for you to take in.
right.
Don't confuse that to take it
Yeah.
in. It's like it's something that happens. It's like when
Mhm.
you shine your light, a lot of people also see their own chains, so they don't want you to shine it
Yeah.
because it's bright, and you're like, oh shit, I'm looking at my chains. Shit,
Yeah.
they don't want to, so they're like, no, dim your light instead of take off my chains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jess,
So-
you need a shirt that just says "I'm a witch," and just like walk around with it to like get used to it being like out there.
You know what? There's like
Oh,
this, on the first season of Game of Thrones. I don't know if you watched it.
Loved it. Yes.
Shit, what's his name?
did not watch.
The short guy.
Oh, well, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like when he was talking to the bastard,
Yeah.
and he was like, you bastard, and then the guy and then Jon Snow got really upset, and then Jon Snow told him, you're an imp or whatever he
Yeah.
called. And then he's like, yeah, I wear my, once you're not ashamed of who you are and what you are, nobody can attack you with it.
Yes.
And I find that so powerful, because it's like, really, when I'm like, yes, I'm a witch,
Mhm.
all that comes with it. Yes, I'm a healer with all that comes with it. Yes, I'm weird. That means supernatural, by the way. Yes.
I like that, and all that comes with it, right? And just like embracing all of it. I'm sorry that I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I don't know. All I know about Game of Thrones is that winter is coming and there's a mother of dragons. That's all I know.
Listen, don't watch it because the ending was horrible.
The
That's
ending
what
was
I
awful.
heard. That's what I heard. And it wasn't it like 8 seasons, and it was like so built up, and then
They
everybody was
freaking
disappointed.
killed it in the end. It's like so disappointing.
I still loved it though. Like I would rewatch it. I loved it so much.
I don't know. I rewatched Downton Abbey much more, but yeah.
Oh, also good. Yes.
I haven't watched that either.
Oh my God, Jess.
You have to. What's her name? That old lady.
I can't watch period pieces. I can't watch period pieces.
Oh, I love period pieces.
They take me back. I already lived there. I already did that.
Yeah, when I go there, I'm like, yes, that's where I want to be.
My
castle.
parallel lives.
Oh my God, when they wear like 10,000 layers of clothes and I'm like literally sitting in like a bra and sweatpants, I'm like, we have evolved, ladies.
And we have
Just you
deodorant.
wait. Just
Yeah.
It was probably very smelly back then, that's for sure.
But I don't think they recognize the smelly. We recognize the smelly because we have deodorant.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was their normal. Thank goodness our normal is not
It
stinky.
was like pheromones. It's good. It's good for hooking up, but just nobody.
It is good for hooking up. Your children will survive.
Exactly. Feel well.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Okay, so
And we
what
kill it with
could,
deodorant.
bringing it back to color, what, okay. 'Cause
Not
Jess and I had this, yeah, let's not BO. Jess and I had this conversation like last week. I was like searching the internet for like a this like particularly blue colored shirt because I was like,
Oh
man, I'm really just
yeah.
so drawn to this color blue. And I was telling Jess that, and then like Jenna, my wife, got home from a golf tournament and like brought me a blue t-shirt. The universe like gave me a blue t-shirt of this blue that I'm so drawn to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jess sent me a picture of her nails and they were painted that exact color blue.
It's like everybody's getting it except me.
What is that? What is that? Yeah. So what would you tell people when they're like so drawn to a certain color? Like,
Mm.
how do they work with that? What does that like mean for them?
It's like basically this color's telling you need me right now.
Mm.
You need, this is what you need. So can you describe what type of blue it was?
Yeah, it's like a cobalt blue, like a royal blue.
I knew it. Okay.
Yeah, of course you did.
So cobalt blue is about like really having confidence in doing your work, in expressing yourself, and in your case, in how your life has changed and how you present yourself in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like how, listen, I'm gonna give you this little example. So when I moved from the city to the mountains or the hills or the country, whatever, the first thing I had, like I was having meltdowns because I couldn't get to the gym all the way down to the city because like I had to drive, and I was like, I'm gonna stay the same person.
Yeah.
And then at some point I was like, no, I have to let go, and I have to allow the new person that I am now because of this change to have space and to see what happens. And one friend once told me, when you do make a change, you know about all the negatives because everybody talks about them, but you'll only know the negatives and the gains when you get there. And really, the gains that I got from changing my lifestyle and accepting the change and what it's going to do for me just allowed me to find more happiness, more comfort with who I am, more comfort with my body. Like I was like HIIT classes and cycling, and then I moved here and I'm like Pilates and yoga, and my body's never been better. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
It's a lot less calorie burn. What happened? But my body needed that instead of the boom, 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 boom of the city vibe.
Yeah.
Also other stuff like eating more organic, eating all organic, eating better, being in fresh air, taking more walks. That's also another thing. But it's just allowing yourself to align with the changes. So allow yourself to align with the changes that are happening to you now.
Okay. I bought a blue shirt, so
Well, and I think it's interesting though that like you are a mother and Jenna is a mother, but your experiences are different because you are the one that, you know, birthed her, and you have a lot more.
I didn't push that child out of my vagina.
Yeah, but like literally Jenna brought you the blue shirt from her activity, and it's like I'm just seeing like I'm seeing the bigger extension of this. Like as you're talking, I'm seeing all the webs that like that color opens of like, yeah, like how do you communicate to her that you're different, that this is different now, that you know, you're like, okay, I'm gonna put on this blue shirt and express myself because it's different.
I was gonna crop it so my stretch marks show. Now everybody knows I'm different.
Your tiger stripes.
My tiger stripes.
That's cool. I like that. And it's like I'm thinking I just bought this really beautiful orange dress, but it just embraces like the size that I am and how I want to feel and how I want to flow, and that, you know, I haven't felt like I could find clothes that fit my body that I feel good in, so I've just been wearing whatever, but I decided I don't want to feel that way anymore and bought some things specifically, and I do feel a lot more free and open when I'm like taking good care of myself. That's what a lot of this has been for me, the color stuff. Now I'm going to be obsessive about color and like look at everything and just like feel into it. That's so fun.
Yeah, don't be obsessive. Feel into it.
Yeah.
Because color is a feel. It's not in the mind.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear the colors talking. That's like, that is so cool how they have personalities, even, especially around you.
Finally, somebody understands. Because the colors, it's like for me, each color is a spirit by itself, and then there's a different personality between yellow, and then there's another personality between yellow and mustard yellow, and then
Yes.
sunshine yellow, and they're all different.
Yeah.
And they speak to me. So when I'm talking to people, I'm actually talking to their colors, and I'm like, okay, tell me what's happening here.
What does chartreuse say to you? Because I think I'm gonna paint a wall in my house that color.
What color is that? I'm not good with color names.
It's like a yellow green, like a really like a more neon-y yellow green.
Mm-hmm.
You're not can't paint your house that color. No.
Why? I love that color.
Yeah, but that color, what it does, it's that color is meant to help you cleanse
Mm-hmm.
from a period and then move. But if you put it in interiors, it'll make you feel sick. It'll make your skin look like you're sick, so you won't feel good in your house.
Okay, so
It'll
don't paint
feel
it.
good for a little while until you cleanse what you. But then for a longer period of time, no. That specific color, get a shirt.
I do.
Get a
I have
dress.
several. Okay, I have those. So
She's
no
like,
paint.
buy a pillow.
Pillows are okay. Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah, because that kind of like limey yellow, limey green, etc. It's a cleansing color. It's great for meditation. It's great to help you with forgiveness. It's great to help you clean out the gunk of anger and feelings of envy from your chest, from your body. But it's don't put it on walls.
Don't paint
No.
the walls. Okay. Noted.
I'm always for people painting their walls, whatever color they want. That one, no.
But except for that one.
No, because also you have to think the colors in your house should make you feel good and also look good.
Yeah.
They should reflect life on your skin.
Okay. I was gonna go in the basement. I thought it would liven up the basement. Maybe it would just make it look sick.
Yeah, no.
Be like, why doesn't nobody want to go down there now?
Weird.
No. Aliens will go there maybe. But
Yes.
that's what you wanted, isn't it? But you want the blue ones though. You don't want the other ones, do you?
Blue alien.
You want the ones from the Blue Star. You don't want the weird lizardy ones, do you?
Yeah, no lizardy ones. I definitely more resonate with the blue.
Yeah, you have a baby. You have a baby. Only blue.
My baby is also an alien. She was born December 1st.
The lizard one.
Oh yeah, she's born December 1st. What's her color?
I'm checking the December. Okay, yeah. So she's a red, yellow.
Oh.
She's the opposite of me.
McDonald's.
Like
Did you say McDonald's?
But she's very physical.
Uh-huh.
So it's all about physical energy. Has very long endurance type of energy. She needs a lot of connection with the earth. She needs a lot of reassurance.
Yes.
And it's just like, and she just needs to get comfortable in her body. Do the toys and the games that are outside, dirty, mud, sand, all that ginky stuff that you don't want her to do. But let her do it. Let her do it. This is good for her immune system.
Yeah.
Just make sure that the mud's clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like. Listen, remember how we used to play?
Yeah,
that's what she needs,
and all the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is noticeably
we became sanitized right now. No.
We are over sanitized right now. And she is noticeably more crabby when we don't go outside.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so outside, on the floor, in the mud, let her touch things, bugs, all that, yeah?
Oh, no. Well, we're going to draw the line at bugs.
Wait, why?
I hate bugs.
Why? That's so good.
I will dry thieve.
I used to be like that in the city, but then when I came here, I was like, oh my God, since we put the grass, there's so much more insects in here. The biodiversity is amazing.
That's a good way to look at it. That's going to take some time.
I've been on a journey where I'm just like working on permaculture, wanting to connect more with nature, and understanding that we're all part of each other, and just really noticing the life that's in nature, that's around us. That's just, country living changed me.
Love it. Country, but the bugs.
Listen, I go to the stables every day.
Oh,
Horse
that's
poop
so
everywhere.
nice.
Horse poop, girl. It's
That's
Oh,
okay.
that
I have
horse
dogs.
energy.
Poop is different. But
but
Poop
my
is different than
dogs,
bugs. Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, do you like butterflies and ladybugs, like cute
yeah,
bugs? Okay.
cute
There you go.
bugs.
Cute
There you go.
bugs. We'll start with the cute bugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch A Bug's Life, you know.
Yeah, but let her explore with her body. Like get the activities that are physical and outside.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think swimming would be cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
She doesn't like baths, so I don't know how that's gonna go well for school.
She doesn't
But
like
she doesn't like baths. Well, she likes baths.
bath.
She doesn't like after the bath.
Yeah, of course.
Temperature changes. She does not like. But she's a Scorpio rising, so like her body is water. So I know she's like super sensitive.
Mm.
Yeah, but also swimming is great for her.
Well,
She
good.
needs movement.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because if she's
like
like
that.
Scorpio rising, you're talking about a child that's full of emotions.
Oh my god, the most emotions.
Okay, you're talking about a child that is so sensitive. But listen, you've been given this child because you can take care of her emotions and help her regulate. And you and your partner, not and she will challenge you so much. Scorpio children are very challenging. Or I mean, children with Scorpio, what is she? She's a Scorpio also, no?
No, she's a Sagittarius sun,
Sagittarius.
a Scorpio rising.
Yeah, so anything with Scorpio is very sensitive. Sagittarians can be the most amazing people on the planet, but also they can be the most psycho. So help her regulate.
I love that. I'm a Sag rising. I am also psycho.
Parent correctly so she doesn't become a psycho.
I kind of want her to be a little psycho though.
No, but I mean like they can become when I say psycho, sorry, that was not the best.
I love it.
But like when I say psycho, I mean they can become really obsessed, very paranoid, very difficult, very over fiery.
hmm
When you have an overfire,
hmm
you have a mind that is scattered, but one of the most a lot of brilliant people I met are Sagittarius, but they're balanced.
Mm.
But it takes a good amount to balance them
hmm
because they have so much in
Yeah.
them.
And they also need a lot of physical activity. Like my husband is a Sagittarius, and good God, I'm like galloping to keep up with him when we go on walks, and
hmm
he's just always moving. So
No,
Yeah.
Sagittarius is the hunter. It's that. So
he caught me. Whew.
It's me. Jess.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, so it's like you need I feel like the key with someone who's red,
hmm
a baby who's red, is movement.
Okay. Is that
And
her month or her day?
Day.
Day.
Her challenge is her self-belief.
Like mine, like yellow.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Okay.
yours.
Just talk to Auntie Jess.
Exactly.
Be
Basically,
like,
that's what she-
girl, I know. You're awesome.
We can do
You're an
that.
alien.
Like
We
she
love
needs
you.
reassurance.
Okay.
That's why
I
she
can do
needs
that.
reassurance, and she'll be and there will be a lot of fear, very fearful, panic.
Mm.
So it's all about when she has all these emotional dips that she experiences. I'm sure you see them already. Is to create a safe space for her to express them.
Okay.
You don't need to do anything, just love and space.
I can do that.
Yeah.
That I can do. How can I help her sleep better? Do you know?
Yeah, they're good colors for sleeping.
Yeah.
Not that green you were thinking about.
Not the green. Not the green. We'll take that off the table.
No. So if she has had trouble sleeping, blue, baby blue.
Okay.
Yeah, because she has a lot of stimulation, she has a lot of fire, she has a lot of water. What's her moon?
It's Pisces. It's mine. We have the same moon.
Ah, so you're soul family.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun stuff. You're
So
gonna have
fun.
fun. I bet you're already having so much fun. No, but that's good because that means, you guys had a pact before and wanted to be together, and that's beautiful.
hmm
And it's full of love when you're a soul family. It's also
Mhm.
full of challenges.
Yes.
And so sleeping, yeah, so it's like blue. Does she
Okay.
have water at all?
Does she have what at all?
Air elements?
No. Well, her Mars is in Gemini.
Okay, so she acts like a Gemini.
Is that right? Oh, good. I'm a Gemini sun, so that's nice. I know that. That's familiar.
That's familiar. Yeah, but also your moon is different. That's familiar. So her emotions should be familiar to you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But that sounds like a really incredible child.
She's
I don't know if
wild.
you realized. I
What?
don't know if you realized she has like a really interesting mix of an incredible child.
Yeah. I mean, it took her a long time to come out, so I know that she handpicked that time.
She
I'm
had
just laughing. We like guessed her birthday so many times and
Wrong.
you know,
All of it wrong.
all of it wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
already playing with you. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Yes,
She
she does
totally
that.
punked all of us. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Very
No,
intense.
but it's like, you're talking about her. I see a possibility of like stars, and like I see like lots of sparkles and lots of mystery.
On her part?
Yeah, on her part.
Yeah.
Lots of mystery, a lot of confusion,
Cool.
a lot of intelligence. So that's kind of like what I see as a path, like as a possible path, and
Yeah.
it's like really fun.
It is fun. Like she's so fun. I love her so much. I couldn't imagine not having her in my life now that I know who she is, because she's crazy. I love her.
Wait until she starts talking.
I'm so
I can't
excited.
wait.
I'm so excited for that. She's never gonna stop.
We're gonna be like, tell us where you were before.
I'm gonna ask her everything. Yes.
Yeah, every kid I tried to ask, I was too late.
Oh shoot.
Like,
Every time you tried to ask.
my godson, he's a red also.
Mm-hmm.
And he drives his parents crazy because so he's a red and he's a boy, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a non-stop movement
Perfect.
and screaming, yeah.
Love it.
And I've asked him when he was 3, and he said, "I've always been big. No, I've always been small. I've never been big."
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was the only answer I've ever got from a baby or a kid.
Oh my God. Wait, if you have young children and you're listening to this, like please go ask them where they came from, where were they before this? Their
Yeah.
answers are wild.
It is so cool. It's my favorite thing.
And you
Because
can
they're so honest.
Oh my God.
and they can tell you maybe their past life, so it'd be fun.
Yeah.
They can. My nephew, when he was like less than 6 years old. Him and his mom were walking through Target, and they had like women's activewear, like a set, like a really tight fitting set. And he was like, "That's what we wore on the spaceship."
What?
So basically, he was a woman from the future.
Yeah. Mhm. It's pretty funny.
Because it's like so non sequitur. It's just like out of the blue, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah, who are you?
No, but TT, he was like, "I was never big."
That's so interesting that he said that. I don't know, maybe he's never been on Earth before? Or maybe he's only been on Earth?
Or maybe he's never been big.
Maybe he's never made
Yeah.
it past being small.
Mhm.
That's what I got.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Jess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of why, if he's got a lot of energy, also, like, he really wants to, like, like, he's like living his life to
Gotta
the
whoop it
fullest
up.
because he doesn't know. He's never experienced it beyond this age or this time frame. So he might mellow as he gets into, or he might just be even more like, cool, now I'm a teenager, now I'm an adult. Like,
Don't know what's gonna happen, but
life.
he's an incredible kid. Like, he's so lovely.
Yeah.
He's a
love it.
Taurus. I love my Taurians.
Me too. They throw the best parties.
Oh, they do?
The best food.
Yeah, the best food. It's a vibe. Tauruses are a vibe. That's what I say.
My husband's a Taurus.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
What are you?
Yeah.
I'm a Libra,
Oh yeah, Libra. You said that.
What's your
I'm a-
rising?
Aquarius,
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
I see that. What's your moon?
Cancer.
Oh,
that.
A psycho one.
Whoa.
A psycho moon. I mean, there's no way out of it, that one.
we both have. Don't we both have Cancer mothers?
My mom's a Cancer rising.
Oh yeah, and my mom's a Cancerian mother. So
Yes.
We understand.
I've heard things about Cancerian mothers. Scares me. That's why I'm not. I'm like unwilling to have a child. Like, what am I going to become? It's my cancer mom. What is it going to do?
But you've already proved to yourself with your stepdaughter that you
Doesn't look
could be a
like
lot better.
me.
She
Doesn't
doesn't look like.
Didn't push her out of my vagina.
That's funny.
I think there's something about that as well. It's like,
Yeah, I'm sure
and
there
you're
is.
like, oh shit, that's my face.
Yeah.
There is something about it.
Yeah, well, it's like if you brought somebody through you, you would have to do lineage work, right? And all that stuff. Whereas with your daughter, you can do, you can do that mothering, but you're not triggered and impacted by all of your stuff as probably as much. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I've had a lot of dreams 5 years before I met her dad,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen her.
I was like, okay, like I'm like, she's obviously your daughter
I have
for a
chills, yeah.
reason. Yeah, like she found you. She knew you weren't going to bring her through in your traditional way, so she found you. That's what they're telling me. Woo, lots of chills. And brought you this amazing man is what they're showing me.
Well, he is an amazing man, that's for sure.
Yeah, he is incredible.
And
Woo.
I used to have lots of dreams, and I'm like, and then the moment he told me he has a daughter, something in my soul just went, because before that I was like, no, we're not gonna date.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she came into the storyline, I was like, something inside of my body and my mind, something changed, like something clicked.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's it. Like, oh, oops, you're missing out. No, you need to go back.
That's amazing.
Go back. You missed the target.
I love that. Spirit's like, you want to try one more time?
Like, no, this is she's been calling you. We're like, oh shit. And it's funny because if I look back, it's like since she was 1, I've been getting those dreams.
Oh my God, she's been sending you this. I have full body chills. She's definitely sent you those dreams.
Well, and it's confirming for me because people ask about like adoptions and stepchildren, and I'm like, you know what? Like sometimes your babies find you in that way. It's like breaking down this idea that mothering means that they have to come through you, right? Like and really just embracing that you can, and it will be different, right? Different challenges and different things, but yeah, it doesn't really matter as long as you choose to mother them.
I feel also, it's like also all my life, I always had this weird feeling that I'm going to adopt a child. My idea of me having a family was that I will have at least one child that has not come through me, and I've had this since I was really young, and it was something that I knew. And then this whole thing conspired, and it's so beautiful because when you're thinking about the universe and you're thinking about the more you align with yourself, the more you're able to see those signals, and the more you kind of go, okay, and you follow them, and then the universe has all these gifts.
Yeah.
Because for me, my stepdaughter is a gift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
As crazy as she drives me.
That's the point, though.
No, but I've definitely become better because of her.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Oh, I love that.
Well, we're having so much fun, but we want to know, I'm sure our listeners are too, like, where can people work with you and like continue this conversation and learn more about themselves through color and just into your expanded work?
So at the moment, all like the one-on-one stuff is paused.
Yeah.
Because, well, actually, no, I'm still doing containers.
Yeah.
But it has to be like people who want to commit to the cringe, you know?
Let's commit to the cringe. Yeah, what do you have coming up?
Sorry?
Tell them what you have coming up. What's coming up for you?
So I'm working on this incubator where that's why, like, it's like always been a vision, or it's been a vision of like you go into something and then you come out transformed. It's like an incubator egg. That's kind of the idea of it. And what we're working on is creating those cycles of 2 months, 1 month with work and another one of integration. Because I also feel like integration is a part that people miss, and they just go run healing, 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 and they forget to integrate what comes up. Therefore, and then the healing and all the crying and all the trauma that came out just comes back into your action, and it was really worthless in some sense because you didn't integrate it.
Yeah.
And then, so that's kind of the idea of doing it. Is going to be big groups, and then they're going to be split into smaller groups. There will be a library of different people that I've worked with, people that I believe in, people that I really love their work and their energy, that they will be there talking about different topics. A topic that hopefully I'm going to have, I'm working on getting it, is someone who works with the tribe in Africa, and he helps people understand themselves better through dreams and interpreting dreams. And this is something that will be in the library of the incubator. So anybody who has access to the incubator will have a library. Another one will be with relationship with money. So all different aspects. And they will all correlate with all the different cycles. So the first cycle is going to be your relationship with yourself, because I feel that is the foundation to anything. And I'm doing this because I feel a lot of this stuff out there is step 10, especially for people with deep trauma. We're always sitting there and you're like, oh my God, this stuff is not working. I'm reading this book and I'm unable to stay positive because your trauma and your brain is so trained to be, in stress mode, that you are unable to do that. So I want to give people step 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It's not going to be basic work. It's going to be cringe work. It's going to be shadow work. We're going to be doing like all the stuff that you don't want to do, but will benefit you. And this is kind of my dream of giving people something like that, because I didn't find it when I was looking.
I love the idea of having a month for integration. I think that is so important. And what does that look like? Like they kind of, you teach a topic, you kind of take in the lesson, and then the integration month is helping them to actually like integrate that into their life, making new habits, making new, thought processes. Like, what does the integration look like?
So when we're working, we are working on the month we're working on reflection, cleansing, healing, and the last week will be integration. Okay, so we're gonna take the topic, for example, of your relationship with yourself. So the first thing you gotta do is reflect on it. So you're gonna be given homework, and we're gonna do live calls in a big group and then smaller groups.
Love it.
It's gonna be crazy work, and it's gonna be just really looking at your relationship with yourself, reflecting. And I'm just gonna give you questions that will prompt these ideas and understanding that you have. So you'll have that week, and then we'll start cleansing it from your energy and bringing it up, removing. And that will be another week of cleansing energy. They're gonna have like a meditation. It depends on the topic. But it's going to be energy work, and then the healing will be deeper energy work, and then integrating everything that came up. And they will have a guide that week of how they're going to begin to integrate. And then through the month of integration, we will have each small group that will be like 3-4 people max. Is going to have a call through that month
to be supported.
And then we're going to have a Telegram group to support people and work through them. And also one-on-ones will be available through the incubator. But the crazy thing that I'm going to be doing is, for you to even access the website, you'll have to go through a questionnaire or a quiz. And if you're not a fit for the program, you're not even going to be let in. You won't be able to see the program.
Oh my God, I love that.
Because I feel like there's no point. It's going to be a waste of your time. Don't come in. I don't want your money. I want to help you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Ooh, I love that so much.
I'm actually in the same point. I've been playing around with prices and other offerings and everything, but like I find that the clients who come and are really wanting to do the work, they do the work. It transforms for them. Stuff happens. And those that are still in that resistance, and I have been thinking about a kind of a little bit of a narrowing to bring in people, because I don't want to waste your time or money, and I'm not a certain type of person, but if you are willing and ready, we can do great work. And that's what I've kind of come to. It's like you have to be willing to do your healing work.
Yeah.
You have to get sick of your own shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you have to get. Like I didn't start doing this work. It's like when I was like, fuck, I can't do this. I can't live with myself anymore. Like something has to change. And that's where I get, and yes, and to be honest, when I get people that are not ready
Yeah.
and then I'm signed up and I'm committed to them for 3 months and the work with them is so boring.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
He's
It's like
pulling.
the same story over and over and over.
Yeah.
And then and it's like, and it's just like, they don't want to do the work. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, but I committed myself to you for 3 months. Let's see. But I no longer want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just like,
Amen.
yeah.
None of us do. If you're
None
looking
of
for a
us
witch,
You're a witch.
just your
We're
local
all
witch.
three of them here. All three. It's a coven here.
it is.
It is.
Yeah, but there's no
Okay.
shame in being a witch, girl.
No.
Priest it. Priestess.
Just gonna get a she's gonna get a t-shirt. She's gonna wear it around town, and she's gonna get really accustomed to people calling her a witch, Jess, right?
I just got a vision because you said crop top. So I want to get I'm a witch, but like I want the edges to be like burnt. Right?
No,
like
Really
so,
drive the point home.
Top. No. Please no top. No, no, no. I think I have better ideas for your top, not that one.
Okay, thank you. So no chartreuse wall.
Got it.
Maybe
No.
it's just right, not a muggle.
Not a
Or not one of these. Not one of you.
Yeah.
A shirt that will start conversations. Much better.
All right. I think I'm gonna buy a witch shirt. I'll let you guys know.
Yes, I think you
I think
should.
I'm not one of you. I'm an
Yeah.
alien.
Definitely.
Mine is I'm an alien.
Same.
Yeah, that's your shirt.
Well, you're an Aquarius rising. It's like you're wearing that shirt every day.
Hello.
I know. I'm an Aquarius moon, so I'm just like here for the weird.
So
I
Really?
love
ready
it.
for it.
The weirder the
Supernatural.
better.
The weirdest, exactly. Like Simona keeps telling me, like my stepdaughter, like, you're weird. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love
That
it.
means I'm supernatural. And she goes, fine.
I love how you just like gently twist everything, and just like this new perspective, this like, oh, my guides are being hilarious. They're like looking through a color prism and seeing it a different way and seeing a different color.
That's how you do it.
That's how my guides talk today.
Yeah. That's how you do it. Life is a joke. Let's enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it is. It really is.
It is a joke.
Like, come on. Like, I think we're all like, when we ascend and go to the other side, we're sitting. We're like, why were we doing that again?
I know.
Just for the
I
hell of
hear
it.
that when I'm doing something ridiculous, my guides are like, this doesn't matter, right? Just checking that it doesn't matter. I'm like, I know, okay.
It matters to my human.
I will chill out. Yeah.
Okay, well, tell our listeners where everybody can find you.
Yeah.
So for now, on color-ways.com, American spelling,
Mhm.
and my Instagram, Walaa.colorways.
Love it.
Love it.
It might change later.
It might
Yeah.
change.
We're in transition.
Yeah, come meet this new butterfly that's going to come out. We never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
join her email list because your emails are the best.
Oh, so good. I'm getting
You're
them
so
and I love them.
informative.
And take her quiz
Yeah.
and get all into the
Color archetype quiz is there, and there's meditation for each color archetype now.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
Love that.
Yeah, so you can also go into your challenge and get the meditation for that challenge. You can just email me and I can just send it over. And yeah, it's just a lot of work now behind the scenes.
Well,
I
I'm so
love it.
excited for you and like what you're moving into.
Thank you.
It feels really like powerful. Like it just feels like you're just stepping into this like next level of your work. And I'm so excited. And if her work resonates with any of our listeners, please go follow,
Yeah.
sign up for her incubator. It's going to be intense. It's going to make you cringe, and we want you to cringe.
I want you to cringe. I want you to get comfortable cringing.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. Finally, it took us weeks
you.
to get here, but we loved it.
Yes.
Thank you. I loved it too. Thank you so much.
Yes. And to our listeners, we're going to come back with another episode. We're not going to take 6 weeks off again. So until next time, bye.